You are the doctor. You're supposed to treat me. We are paying for you to treat us. What do you mean? They're so rude.
They were so rude.
Bro,
I know your job's difficult.
はい、どうも皆さんこんにちは。
こんにちは。
今日はちょっとイギリスの今の問題についてちょっと語ってもらおうかなと思います。僕のお父さんのお兄ちゃんが結構今移民問題について興味あるって言ってて、で、その人の年齢と視聴者の方の年齢が結構重なる部分があって、今、あれなんだよね、日本で大きなテーマとなってる問題が移民。まあ移民も今回、移民問題もちょっと触れつつ、イギリスの問題もちょっと触れつつっていう議論をちょっとしてもらおうと思います。で、メラニーは20歳でスコットランド人。ジョンティは35歳。
ひどい。20歳。
20歳でイングランド人。で、アダムは、いや、25歳でスコットランド人。で、最初に説明すると、これ結構知らない方いるんですけど、イギリスは4つの国が集まってて、イングランド、ウェールズ、スコットランド、アイルランドが集まってイギリスって言われてて、で、僕たちが多分想像してるイギリスってイングランドのこと言ってんだよね。だけど、今回はそのイギリスの問題についてちょっと語ってもらおうと思います。若者目線でね。はい、じゃあメラニーさん一つ目何ですか？
最初は illegal immigration across the English Channel. People are escaping from war zones and coming to the UK on rubber boats, you know, running from dangerous situations and are coming illegally, obviously.Being put in hotels or, I don't know, on the street if there's no room or something. Yeah, a lot of people aren't happy about it.
I think for maybe since Brexit, like it was the main talking point of Brexit was immigration. Immigration's always been at the centre point of
and like actual
British politics.
Sovereignty over England.
I don't know how much people actually care about it as an issue, but like in the news, in like social media in the House of Commons,Immigration has been a massive topic for like 10 years at this point.
Yeah, and it's big now because of reform.
I think it's around the world. A lot more countries are
That's
talking
what I was going to say actually. It's the same in France and Spain and Germany, all sorts of those, like Japan as well.
And America, especially right now.
Yeah,
I think every country is having issues right now with it. And illegal immigrants and who has the right to be there, who doesn't, and what should we do with people who aren't in the right country. You know, it's become a big issue everywhere right now.
Yeah, so for a lot of people in the UK think that anything the government is or isn't doing concerning immigration is wrong. They should be doing things differently. They should be sending people home.
もちろんさ、移民にもさ、いい人がいるわけじゃん。ちゃんと仕事してくれて、ちゃんと許可を取って入ってくる人もいるじゃん。無許可で入ってきた人たちのせいで治安は悪くなったの。
Well, in the news, a lot of stuff about immigrants have come up where an immigrant from Afghanistan has raped a girl, or I saw on TikTok today in the news that another Afghan man murdered a dog walker, like an old man who was walking some dogs for no reason.
In the UK?
In the UK, yeah. Which makes people then, you know, it breeds like, you know, it breeds hate and people feel unsafe, and then they're against immigrants, and it builds a whole sort of leave, like we don't, and the protests that are going on as well at the moment with immigrants, like there was the huge protest recently.
I think especially with British politics, people are maybe more divided than ever.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I think a lot of people are politically unmotivated as well though.
Yeah, because everyone who's been in has been so useless for so long.
So that nobody has faith in the government anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel that they have to take it into their own hands to keep the law, or keep, you know. Like,
and they're being encouraged to be mad about immigration by like Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson, like all the sort of populist famous leaders who are. So I would say that's the problem. Yeah. Rather than, for me, the problem isn't immigration. I understand why people are concerned about it because everyone tells them they should be. Yeah. You know. But the actual problem, so like say for example, in the news all the time, instead of like immigrant kills this person, it was English person kills this person. People wouldn't be mad about it. No. Because they're English, you know? Like the reason people are mad about it is because it fits their ultimately a lot of these people are racist. They just don't actually like, even if they weren't immigrants, even if they had been living in England for 60 years, like 3 generations in England or something. The actual problem is that a lot of these people just are racist, and like
I think like
that's why it's so popular in the news.
Regardless of politics, though, your average person, if like an immigrant committed a crime, a bad crime, they would be more than happy to just send them away a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Which I think's fine. From
most
every case.
Yeah, if you commit a crime, like, you shouldn't be able to just sit here.
I think another thing is that I've been seeing on TikTok. My TikTok is very right wing. Mine has been coming up very right wing and left wing sometimes, but mostly right wing, where it's like these men who have done like committed really bad crimes and raped women. They've gone to court and they've been pardoned on. They have cultural differences, so they don't know right from wrong. And then people are getting riled up over that. Like that's apparently
I don't know
happened a lot. That's the thing. People don't know what's right or wrong. People believe anything on TikTok and things, and that's what's breeding more hate. Is that I've seen this, for example, and I'm like.
So like the last thing, and then we can go on to the next bit. Is like I completely understand why people are worried about it. Like there are still dangerous things that happen.
There are definitely.
And like it makes total sense for you to be concerned about you and your family first over people who aren't
from your country,
even yet in your country.
Yeah.
It's like I completely understand people prioritising it, but I think the main actual problems is they're being encouraged to, in a hateful way, deal with the issue by right-wing reform party and political leaders as a distraction from the actual problems, which we're now going to talk about, such as the government being useless.
Yeah, I think the government is known for being very useless in the UK. They don't do anything right, and the leaders are always bad. They're always saying the wrong stuff. They're always, there's parties that are always... They don't have any good policies. Like, and nobody knows who to vote for anymore because none of them are good. None of the parties are good.
It's different for you guys, because you...
As in English people?
No, as people who are 5 years younger than me.
Yeah. Just
because because for pretty much your entire lives, the Conservative Party have been in power.
Yeah.
So, and even like for me, I was only young when Labour were in power, so I don't really remember it.
No.
People have not had faith, especially young people, have not had faith in politics for a long time at this point.
Yeah.
I've always been one to vote when there's been an election. People any election, even if it's like not the general one, I've always voted Green because I hate Labour, I hate Conservative, and Green is the only one who actually cares about the environment. And everyone's like, oh, that's such a wasted vote. But recently, the Green Party is the most popular party now with young people, which is the right way to go. A party having real good policies, environmental, like economical, whatever, that really encourages people to vote instead of these two parties that have absolutely no good policies for the actual country themselves.
Yeah, that's also one of my main issues with the country is when you have like the Tories and Labour competing. As when Labour came in, you see they don't know what they're doing. They literally don't. They've been out of power for 10, 15 years. There's no system that prioritises what's good for the country. The whole political system is set up as like a massive a fight, like a contest.
It's like, who is the less evil? Who is the lesser evil?
It is. You're picking between awful choices.
Evil and less evil.
Yeah.
Another thing that, to move on from that, staff shortages and long waiting times in the NHS. That's also been a very big issue for however long.
Yeah, huge
and
problem.
they never put enough money into the NHS, even though they put so much in.
It's a black hole for money. It needs completely overhauled.
That's what it is. They just they think this is a problem. We'll just chuck money at it, but money they don't have.
Yeah.
And when they do, nothing gets. It's too bureaucratic. Like the NHS systems ultimately don't work. I had illness thing for months, and it was impossible to see anyone. Like I would go see someone, they'd send me to the next building, and they're like, "Well, you can fill in 25 forms and wait here for 50 days, and we might look at you. Not even like we're gonna fix you. We might look at you, or you can go back to the other building, and then go from there." And it's like there's so much in the way of it being functional. It's not just gonna get fixed by chucking money at it. You need people to get in and tear it apart and put it back together again properly,
I really like to go to Japan. I really like the system here where it's not completely private and it's not completely public, where you pay a certain amount every year and it's not absolutely extortion. You pay 30% by yourself, and the government pays the rest. And I think that's a really good system, especially also because I went to the doctor recently because I've had a lot of symptoms, and I was like, I've not gone to the doctor about something serious ever because the doctors don't believe me in the UK, and I feel guilty about going to the doctors thinking they're going to think I'm making it up or want something, or, you know, because whenever I have gone to the doctors in the UK, they're like, you're probably just stressed, go have a bath. And I'm like, that is not, like, genuinely, they've said that to me. I'm like, what? That is your doctor? Like, and then also I really like in Japan, the like every year the sort of bodily checkup they do helps you catch any sort of illnesses like fast. Like if you have cancer, like you might be able to find that like really early, and you know, in the UK you don't have that. No one goes to the doctors. They find that they have cancer too late and they die.
Yeah,
and
I was
that's
say,
so
people
common.
Literally die from having to wait in hospital queues.
Wait in hospital, wait for surgeries. Like, I know to get like diagnosed with endometriosis, right, which is a really big issue for women, it's like to even like, you know, you have to have surgery to find out if you have it or not. But the wait for surgery is like 2, 3, sometimes 10 years. To find out if, like, literally just to find out if you have this thing, and doctors don't believe you have it. So it's like, it's genuinely ridiculous, the NHS, and that is ultimately the government's fault. They just, as you said, they just throw money at it and think it's going to solve the problem, which it isn't.
It doesn't work.
Definitely overall, the Japanese system seems a lot better than the British system right now.
Definitely.
I think fundamentally healthcare is, it's not something you should have to pay for.
No, and ever. And there's other countries in the world where it works.
It's a better system here compared to the UK for sure.
It's,
My American friend, I don't remember when he said it, but ages ago, he'd said, like, he was incredibly shocked when he found out we don't go for yearly checkups.
Yeah.
That's just something we do not do in the UK at all.
Once you hit a certain age, you might, but you don't. You don't.
Well, yeah, there's, like, when you turn 50, you check for
exactly.
cancer.
It's just very
but that's about it.
Yeah. It feels very good to be believed in a medical setting.
Right.
For me, like, I was genuinely, like, they were like, oh, we'll do a blood test and check. I'm like, that's it? Really? You'll do it? Like, I don't have to beg you to, like, help me.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah, even the idea of getting a blood test, I feel like there'd be so many hoops you'd have to jump through.
And it's not even that. They're like, oh, come on, it's not that bad. It's like, what degree did you get? Like, why?
The issue is more in the UK about, rather than prevention,
money.
it's about, like, dealing with it when the issue manifests.
It's free healthcare that you're paying for with your taxes.
Yes,
it's
we are
not,
paying for it.
It's free in name. I'm paying for this thing. I don't know how much I'm paying. I don't know what it's funding, and I'm seeing no results because I turn up to hospital and you have to sit there for like a day to fill in the form to be seen the next month or something. It's ridiculous.
Even like A&E, which it's not like a GP, like A&E waits are ridiculous. Like I broke my ankle and I waited for 7 hours standing up because everyone took the seats to get an X-ray for them to tell me that it was broken when I knew it was broken. And I was in the hospital for like more than half the day. It's ridiculous. Next problem.
We love our country.
Yes, well, the big one, the cost of living crisis due to rising prices and inflation, which is also an absolute it's a ridiculous issue.
Because it got worse after Brexit.
It's so bad.
Post-COVID, post-Brexit.
Yes. I pre-COVID, I don't remember it was definitely really expensive.
I was probably too young to think about it.
The biggest thing I've noticed in Japan is, well, everything's cheap in Japan. Obviously, wages are a lot lower.
Yeah.
But like,
it's more equal, is it not?
As
like wage to money economy.
But as a foreigner or as a like exchange student, being able to go out for food at a restaurant, like that's not once every 2 weeks, is ridiculous. It costs about 4 times as much to go out to a restaurant in the UK.
Yeah.
Even like shopping for groceries and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you need
so expensive.
You need so much money for a bare minimum quality of life.
And nobody can live anymore. It's genuinely awful. Like, people can't buy houses, which is another issue. Like, young people can't buy houses because they're so expensive.
The first female Prime Minister in the UK lowered the prices of houses, sold loads off to people.
Yeah.
And then there's not been enough houses built since then to accommodate the rising population.
The housing amount, like, quantity is also an issue, but also the prices are an issue. And landlords are an issue. So every part of the housing situation in the UK is all an issue. Everything's wrong. And the sort of housing costs have gone up, but the wages have gone down. What do you want us to do with that? We can't, like, that's what the government should be fixing.
It's a bit weird living in a place you know you're not realistically going to be able to afford to have your own place in.
Especially in London. Like, I don't know how people survive in London. How?
They're already kind of rich.
That's true. That's why I don't see myself living in the UK. There's like, if I can't even buy a house, why would I live there? I hear a lot of like, where's my tax money going?
Yeah, and then you don't know.
And you don't know.
You say it's gone to the roads, and the roads have holes in them.
Yes,
the roads are fucked, bro.
I say that all the time about Japan. The roads are gorgeous. They're they're clean. There's no holes. Me and Adam were saying recently at the university we go to, they were doing lots of building. There was a lot of building being done. They were done like within a week, or not even that. Like they were done with laying the brick in 1 or 2 days, and we're like, what? It's gone. Like in the UK, right? They've been fixing a bridge for like 13 years. It's not been fixed. They're still doing work on it.
It won't be bad we're still alive.
What are they doing?
Isn't it an important part of town as well?
Yeah,
it's the most important part of town.
You have to go that way for a lot of things.
Exactly. So it's like, what is everyone paying for? Next is rising crime rates in the UK, like in general, and the fear around safety. I also think is a big issue, especially with women's safety. That's been in the news a lot because, you know, it's increased exponentially. It's always increasing, and the police does nothing. And guess what? The police is run by the government, who does nothing. So crimes against women specifically is really bad, and they do nothing to help. It's always in the news. I feel like the statistics against women are really bad. It's like, I don't know how many women die a day, but it's at least one. And yeah, nothing's done to help. I don't know, the police don't seem to take anything seriously either, a lot of the time. So the next thing, it's more internal conflict with like the UK, but like political instability over Scottish independence. So Scotland has like wanted to go independent from the UK for a while. The English government won't allow a referendum to decide if we do leave or not, which has caused a bit of internal conflict with Scotland and England.
Yeah, it's a civil conflict. I think, like, do you consider yourself to be British, Johnny, or English?
No, British.
You consider yourself British?
I would say so.
I would never think of myself as
I'm
British.
Scottish.
Yeah, I would always see myself as Scottish first.
And every time...
I would literally never think of myself as British.
Yeah.
And when people ask me where I'm from in Japan, when I say Igirisu, it hurts me a little inside.
Yes, and I'm oral qualified with Scotland.
Because I can't say Scotland because people don't really know where that is. People know where Igirisu is, but not where Scoットランド is. Yeah. So I have to say Igirisu, but it hurts a little because I'm not Igirisujin, I'm スコットランド人.
I don't know, like, obviously, if Scottish people want to leave the UK, they should be allowed to do that, is what I think. But like, I thought Brexit was stupid, but I thought if people wanted it, it should happen, and it did. And I was right; it was stupid.
There's a national divide in individuality between England and Scotland as well. They are different countries fundamentally.
The English government favours a lot from Scotland, like the natural resources that we have. So they don't want to allow us to have that because they wouldn't get that for free. Government-wise, I think the Scottish government does pretty well. University's free in Scotland. I think that's a massive step that, and it helps so many people get an education. In England, they refuse to do that. For what? Greed. Money. So it's like, clearly it can be done, and Scotland is kind enough to make the government pay for it, their own government, not England, but England is like, no, we're not going to do that because we want money. And actually, we're going to raise it every, couple of years because we want more money. It's like, clearly, there's a greed issue with England, and Scotland is like, nah, we want more people educated, we want more of this, we want that. It's like, that is the kind of government I want, and I don't want to be overly dictated by the English government, who are not in the favour of the people. And it's not like the English government's like, oh, we don't have the money. It's like, you can make money, you can make the money because you throw away money. It's like, you do have the money to make university free, you just don't want to. You have the money to make, I don't know, childcare free, you just don't want to.
But we know about the energy prices in the flat last year, and we know about energy prices here.
That's true. The energy prices in the UK is also ridiculous. issue.
The biggest thing in the
another
UK
thing.
for energy prices is heating in winters. That's been a topic for years because old people literally die in the winter because their houses are so cold.
And they can't afford to
heat them up. So there's
so expensive. Yeah, it's a really big issue. And like in they don't care.
Yeah, it's called
they're
fuel
like,
poverty.
They don't care.
Yeah, all the old people do is like wear loads of clothes, wrap themselves. There's literally nothing to be done.
For people who have worked their whole life, paid taxes, voted politically, what are they getting for it?
It's a good thing for the government because when you hit that age, you're not making money for the economy anymore. You're just, because you're pensioned, in the government's eyes, you're just taking money.
Yeah,
so it makes
so sad.
Really no difference.
Everyone who will be fine is rich.
Yeah.
Once again, like
the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer.
Everyone who isn't rich is, or at least middle class, is let down by the government consistently across all fronts.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it.
No.
やっぱさ、日本と比べてホームレス多くないイギリスの方が。
I've literally seen a homeless man I've seen homeless people in Japan twice. But there's so many homeless people on the street in Scotland and in the UK in general. It's crazy how normalised it is. Like you just walk past them and they're like, please, and it's like
in front of every shop.
And to get out of homelessness, it's not easy. To get a job, you need a bank account, you need a address, you need a phone.
National insurance
number. You don't have a phone because you're homeless, you have no money. You don't live anywhere, so you don't have an address. You can't get a job, so you can't get out of homelessness. It's like, what are they supposed to do? Like,
そうなんだよね。ホームレスだと仕事ももらえないし、家ももらえないんでね。
I also saw there was like near the meadows, right, the park. There's like a little policeman booth turned into like cafe things, and it says on the sign like homeless people come for like a free breakfast. Feel free to come, and it's like that's so nice. Like,
there's another business called Quick Bite or something, and that does free food for homeless people.
Yeah.
But that's a private business.
Yeah.
Like the phone booth. It's not the government doing anything.
No, and they don't care. The government don't care. It's the people who are, standing up for the people.
あの話はした給料。バイトのさ、1時間ってさ、まあ日本が円安っていうのもあるけど、それにしても、やっぱ全然お金稼げないでしょ、イギリスって今。1時間いくらなの？
初めてのバイトは1時間に800円。
4ポンド？
そう、私もパブに働いてた時。
4ポンド
？800円。18歳から20歳は8ポンドくらい。
だから800円ぐらいね。
で、21歳上だったら12ポンドぐらい。
何が
2400円。11歳を。
あれ、僕が、何が一番高いのイギリス人からしたら。家なんだ。
給料と家の差が全然違う。なんか400% 違う。
2LDK とかだといくらなの？こんぐらいだったら。
This would be at least a million London.
To buy. これだって買うなら、ここ、ロンドンで。
マジでこの狭さに。
マジ。だから私、田舎はなんか住んでるの、実家が。今の高すぎ、買えない、家。無理。
イギリスでさ、風邪とかなったりさ、胃腸炎なったり、胃腸炎ってお腹痛いやつなったりした時、私病院行きたいって言ったらメラニーが意味ないって言う。
マジ
で、みんな一緒に住んでたんでね、ここみんな一緒に住んでて、みんなで風邪になって、みんなでただ家の中で咳するだけっていう。で、日本人からしたらさ、病院がもう当たり前なの。風邪でも病院行くし、胃腸炎、その感覚ウィアードでしょだって。
そう、好きじゃないみんな。でも何もできない。お金がないから
それってね、
They don't believe you, which is crazy.
The culture is just when you get sick to stay at home, to rest.
Like,
literally that's it.
They don't care.
Paracetamol, ibuprofen in 2 hours.
It's bad to be sick. It's like you're inconveniencing them. It's like you are the doctor. You are the hospital. You're supposed to treat me. We are paying for you to treat us, and you're treating me like I've done something to hurt you. What do you mean? Why am I inconveniencing you?
That's the other thing. Like when I was trying to sort out my thing this year, I would go in and I'm like talking to these people, to these ladies who are like 50 or whatever.
They
were so rude.
They're
bro, I know your job's
so
difficult, but like surely the bit that would make your job better would be talking nicely to people and having nice chats with people.
No, receptionists are the evilest people.
So what's wrong? And then you tell them, they're like, you fucking idiot, you stupid idiot. Why have you come to the hospital? She just died.
They talk to you like
stupid dummy.
They teach you like you're a piece of shit. They're like, Okay, and what do you want me to do about that?
Yeah,
What do you
that's
mean?
what I'm saying.
Help me!
It's ridiculous.
マジで
マジ病院の
みんな失礼
receptionist マジで失礼
They're not actually trained properly anymore either.
No.
Like I went for a blood test. I had to go back because everyone there kept trying and they couldn't do it.
See like trained well
Professional
Yeah, yeah.
No
They were before. I was speaking to great uncle or uncle who was a doctor, and I told him, "Oh yeah, I went for these blood tests, and they couldn't do it. I had to wait for the blood test lady." Right?
Me
he was
too.
like, "What the hell are you talking about? There's no way anyone should be in the NHS who can't take a blood test first time."
であれ
They're
で
Well, I
probably
guess it's a
nurses
specialist,
which
like,
nurses
person.
can do it
Yeah,
doctors
that's true.
can't
That's a good point.
だから今怖い。めっちゃ怖い。
じゃあ最後質問。これマジで、まあどっちでもいい。将来、日本に住みたいか、イギリスに住みたいか。
日本
日本
知らない。でも、まあ多分、まあ今イギリスは
やばい
やばい。
いい
だから多分イギリス外に住みたい。
イギリスの外、いやヨーロッパ、他のヨーロッパ。
多分。
そうなんだ。
見てくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価、コメントお願いします。さよなら。
はい、
じゃあまた。
コメントでイギリスの問題とか日本の問題について教えてください。
お願いします。
はい、さよなら。
さよなら。
さよなら。
また。